Yesterday we finished that Zelda tune cover, and I think I was going to just do the same thing, but for that composition, that sonic composition that never materialized. Actually, that's a cover I'm working on. I'll take that away. Or what have I got? Let's just go through my I've a list of all just little ideas I'd worked on. Could we do some composition instead? Just take a project and flesh it out. What did I do these things very often. Like I just play with a synth and just put a few chords down or something like that. What was this? Oh, there's not much in there. Whoa! Sounds like people are beeping the horn when I talk. Really? Just bear with me. I'm just gonna double check. Keep talking, Ollie. Just bear with me. I'm just gonna double check. Oh, that's the sound from the Volcas. They create a lot of static noise. Actually, they shouldn't be that loud. Keep talking, Ollie. Just bear with me. I'm just gonna double check. Oh, that's the sound from the Volcas. They create a lot of but that's what it is. Yeah, you probably have you got headphones on, and the reason you're hearing them when I talk, it's because I have a compressor and a gate on the mic, or on the output here, going into Streamlabs. So you're probably they probably get killed, like when I'm not talking or in between words, and then as soon as I start talking, they come again, because it's all part of the same setup. A few vans arguing outside. Actually, I hear it too. It's unusually loud. Is there a way I can fix that? Where was that again? Just bear with me. I could actually. Pretty much lower everything here instead. There's one thing creating some noise. Yeah, this guy here has a lot of static. Wonder why. It should be slightly better. It's quite a discussion, Aaron. Is it better? Okay. So what I had, she won't be able to hear any of that. Lowering your headset volume helps. Fair enough. Yeah, I think my volumes are probably a bit too high anyway. There's still a lot of static. These things, that's the downside with a lot having like so many synths. Like each of them generates a little bit of noise, so you're gonna have some noise when you have like 1, 8, 10, 11 synths plugged together. It's especially on like an amateur setup, essentially. You know, this is what this is. Let me just get real stream for each of these. Actually, I could save that with real stream enabled. That way you'll be able to hear it every time. What is this? these are just ideas. Well, like sometimes I just play with a synth and I just lay some, you know, colors down for ideas. So I think, because I'm still relatively new to Ableton Live, I don't have that many. I have another one here. I don't have that many, but I have on Acid Pro. I have a ton of these that I've saved as a MIDI. Actually, I need to transfer them with the right VSTs. Master real stream. Let's add this again. Or maybe we'll just use that composition that I was talking about yesterday. Same thing, really. Now, is this going to be a waste of time? MIDI control test load. What the what's this? DFPK test. I hadn't really planned to do this. I was gonna. Well, Fiona was gonna take the day off, and we were gonna go for a long hill walk. But what is that? Oh yeah. You probably can't hear it again. But it was rained actually on the way, so all morning, and this afternoon wasn't great, so she went to work instead, and she took tomorrow off anyway. So tomorrow probably no stream in the afternoon. We'll see. I'll see about the morning. We'll see. This was, I rocked this up together for a little kind of video. Sort of very Daft Punk-esque, isn't it? And I meant to do something with it. I was gonna do like one of those Grand Theft Audio videos with it. That was gonna be the basis for that. I never did anything with it. Let's save it with Realstream. Actually, that's what I'll do. Let's save it. Yeah, up all night together. Yeah, it's very much like that actually. I didn't mean for it to be. It's just sort of worked. Like, I think I worked on the bass. That's what it was. I think I was playing with the bass. That's a contact shreddage, or ample bass, or was I playing with this, the shreddage, and then yeah, I put a little bass line to have this, and I just ended up putting. Anyway. Well, like I think I could be doing for this for forever. Let's just load this. Oh, Zenny, was it you who was asking me? Was it during the stream, or was it during your stream? You were talking about sidechaining, and you were wondering about it, what sidechaining actually was doing, and I could show you here because I have. Sorcery. Like, let's spend 5 seconds here on this then. Which one was it? Odd Wars. It's a track I did a while back, and there's a little bit, very well, a little bit overall, but you can hear it. So it's quite an involved. I have a ton of offline samples here. How come? How come you're offline, lads? Never mind, they're not important. What's important is... Shit, what's going on here? What's going on? Did I rename the folder? when the beat eats the following sound, I'll show you. It'll be easier to. Okay, it found the samples. No new candidate were found. Screw you. Set folder. Just bear with me. Oh yeah. I think somewhere here. Please. It's gonna take a minute. Yes. While it search, can I actually just? No, I can't. It looks like it's finding stuff. You can actually just force it into a folder, but I think it's too big of a folder. Yeah. So you set your compressor on one track, and you set the trigger for that compressor. You point that to another track. So whenever that track has a sound or has an increase in volume, it will decrease the first track by that much, and it just allows you to clear up your kick, for example. That in EDM, it's you want the kick to be as clear and as relevant as possible, because that's what the tune is around. Let me just. Oh no, that wasn't gonna be in here. So. Okay, just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That's kind of annoying me now. Archive. Oh yeah, here they are. They should be here. Oops. There's quite a lot of folders in there. Oh. It's annoying because I'm not sure what I did. I don't think I changed where these. It's not actually giving me the original location either. It's going through a lot of folders. I see all my Amiga individual chord progressions. Come on. Okay, do you know what? Screw that. Yeah, but actually some of that crap. Candidates. Track or treat a Sony series. Show and explore. At least show me where the folder was. But it's not. Oh, maybe in here. Go. Oh. Oh. Preparing, searching. Oh. No new candidate were found. Well, I don't know. Okay, never mind. I'll fix this another time. I think it. Yeah, it's missing half of the The fucking sound. Okay, where's that bass line? So it's gonna be... So you hear that sort of pumping sound? So essentially, what you have here, you have this compressor here. This compressor guy. You're headbanging already. Yeah, it's not... I really wish I knew what happened. I wish I could actually get what it's actually looking for. Anyway, let's do this before I'm getting sidetracked again. So compressor here. So I'm putting a compressor on this track. And I'm sending it to the drum kick. So essentially that's just how you do it. You just the drum kick is here. This is my drum kick track, and if you play them at the same time, so whenever there's a kick, you can hear the dip in the volume. So that's really all it is. Let me just... So that's without sidechain, and that's with a sidechain. So it's a minimal difference, but it makes a huge difference when you have like a lot of tracks playing concurrently, because each of them is gonna eat. It's gonna eat into first where that kick comes in, and sort of muddy or muffle the kick slightly, and also the frequencies are gonna clash at some point, especially if you don't do like, you know, like heavy low pass or high pass, so let's just get rid of this and redo it. So actually we can use standard. Most compressors will have, most stock compressors will have something like that. I think you use, is it Reaper you use? And I think it has a sidechain as well. So a good way here, actually, I like the Ableton compressor, because it actually gives you a visual representation of what's going on. So here, this is your threshold for compression, so you can bring that back down, and it's going to show you here. Actually, so here it's going to show you how much compression is being done. So on a track like that, because it's sort of at the same volume, it's not going to make a huge difference. But if you have something with a lot of peaks, a lot of highs, like, you know, I'm exaggerating this here. Give it a high attack, very low release, so it's going to be, so you can see how much compression is being applied. So right now I'm just compressing based on a static settings. But if I expand here, there's a sidechain option here. So I just enable that, and most compressors will work the same way. I was using a different one earlier, but it's the same principle. And right now, it asks you, where do you take your audio input from? So I'll just take it from, in this case, what's the name? Dummy kick. Oh yeah, so here it's actually, I'm using a dummy kick, so I'm not actually using the track that you hear, because I have more than the kick on that one track. Or I had at the time. I think I changed that. So you can use a dummy track. You can use whatever you want. You can use one, I think, only, at least in this plugin, you can only use one source. You can use one source. So it can be a MIDI track or it can be an audio track. There's no, doesn't really make a difference. It will detect not a MIDI input, but it will detect just a yeah, will detect actually an input or the relative loudness of that instrument. So even if you disable that track, it will still track how loud or when you know, a data information or an audio information came in. So now you can see compression in action. So it will actually dip my track here by that much. So obviously the lower the lower your volume for your compression is, or your threshold, the more enhanced the effect is going to be. So we're going to kill this. So that's the basics, and then you get all these settings to play with. So I really don't bother very often. You know, a standard filter, pass filter, is going to do, and then I mean, this is very marginal differences. The main thing to make sure is to have, because a kick is very abrupt, very sudden, just make sure you have your attack set to low, and however much release you want. So if it's a slow release, the volume is going to come back really quickly. That kind of stuff. So it's fairly simple. Yeah, it's not black magic. It's just, yeah, sometimes you just need somebody to explain it briefly. But you can do the same thing with if you have an LFO, for instance. You can actually apply an LFO to it, or a gate. So if I use a transgate, so this is it's a small plugin by. So in this case, the transgate will actually allow your sound here and not allow it here, essentially. And then it's how it brings it up and kills it is defined by the just ADSR settings. So let's just try this. So if you're clever, or if you just time it right, I'm gonna say clever, but I'm gonna show myself as not being clever. And 2, 4. You know, you can do kind of interesting effects like that, but you can sort of replicate a transgate. So let's just see. We'll bring that to maybe 8 and make things simpler. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do this. And we can actually just join them together. How do we do that again? Yeah. So now, instead of having a compressor that actually looks at something else for trigger, we have a transgate that just dips it on the first beat of that segment. So if it's just if you have a plain kick just going boom 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 boom, sometimes it's easier to use a transgate, or you can use an LFO that's set to that beat as well, and it does the same stuff. This is actually what it is. This is an LFO that you can just sort of customize and trigger, so it doesn't just, it's an irregular LFO, the transgate. So it's a bit more obvious. I do like the compressor, the sidechain compressor a bit better, because it's a bit more subtle. But sometimes that's the effect you want, you know. It's that's what you need to choose. Or you can have both. Anyway, there you go. Sidechain compression, and I don't know why this this tune isn't saving. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. So this was supposed to be a Sonic track for Sonic fan game, and then the crew disappeared. So I had composed this for nothing essentially. So I just had the MIDI, and I was gonna see if I can actually just use some of the synths to patch the MIDI directly into the synth. So this is the has the master got real stream? No, master doesn't have real stream. I thought I oh. Okay, so that's the tune, and yeah, let's send that to something that's nicer than just general MIDI, because like I said yesterday, there's only so many square waves you can have in the middle. Oh, so hold on a sec. That's the lock. What are we looking at? Sales. Oh, that's a shopping cart. Oh, you sent me the. Okay, fair enough. A bit crusher. Yeah, I've never really fucked around with bit crushers. I have a couple. I really need actually to before after. I like that actually. That's very nice on the roads. Oh, that is cool. It's proper 8-bit explosion there. Oh, okay. It's based on the YM2612. Interesting. It's very cool. Cool. So what was the other one? I won't do it now, but software. Am I blind? Sounds tutorials course, so plugins. Anyway, doesn't matter. They have a. Ooh. So what? There were 4 tabs. Oh, from the other link. Here. Okay. Interesting.
Emulation of the Yamaha YM2612 sound chip, best known for being the vibrant voice of.
I started looking into building a hardware synth with one of my Mega Drives.
Initially released as a rack extension, the RIM2612 is now available as VST, audio unit, and AAX formats for Windows and macOS. At the heart of our plugin is a cycle-accurate emulation of the original sound chip. It genuinely reproduces these unique and characteristic tones.
The RIM2612 gives you access to the most famous classic Sega sounds, but not only. With all parameters exposed in a straightforward user interface, it paves the way for exciting, one-of-a-kind FM sound design. The plugin also features PCM audio input for giving any sound this authentic retro touch, switchable audio output rendering options, while still being low on CPU.
It can also import a huge amount of patches, thanks to our freeware companion app Rimcast, that's able to extract sound from any channel of your favorite game soundtracks.
What?
RIM2612 Iconic FM Synthesizer by Inphonic.
Did this say Rimcast? He thought all he had the Irish removed from his accent. Imagine if there was a surgery you could do for accents, just to take out a little bit of this. What this it's analog digital analog converter. First play designed to be perfect. To mimic the conversion process of I don't get it. I don't understand.
One of the most famous samplers from the 80s, praised for its legendary sound. For over a year, we studied every bit of this Studio Gear masterpiece to bring back its unique character to your modern digital audio workstation. Introducing the RX950 to give your music this vintage, warm and crunchy sound with the ease and flexibility of a real-time effects unit. Let's see how it works. The red input gain knob makes your sound loud and proud with the S950's unique grit and warm distortion. It's powerful and will help anything stand out in your mix. The audio bandwidth knob controls the target sample rate and analog to digital conversion circuitry with an exquisite yet remarkably subtle aliasing effect. The filter knob controls the S950's infamous steep low-pass filter. Use it on separate elements or on any output bus or master section.
Okay. I'm never convinced by stuff like that. You have stuff like fab filters and just other. A lot of stock filters will see you a long way. Yeah, this is a marketing presentation, but I'd love a before after. Okay. What this is and all of these do the same thing, and there's some fancy ones that do sort of tape effect and that kind of stuff. All of this you can redo with stock plugins, and you could technically argue that, you know, some of them are finer, like at some frequency level, and I'll probably agree to that. But as part of a mix and even as a mastering effect, I mean, it's cheap, so why not? And if it's only got like 4 buttons, play with those 4 buttons and get the sound you want. And if that works for you, ultimately that works. That's fine, perfect. All I'm hearing is just different EQ. So with a bit of EQ, work on the EQ, and a bit of work on a very light distortion, like a plug-in distortion from so let's just say audio track, small. You just take a, in case of Ableton, that's what I'll use the stock plugins, but I know for a fact Reaper, all those tools have something similar. Plugins, MIDI effects here. Or Overdrive. Actually, you know what? Let's just go to this. Chord RPG. No, I'm looking for audio effects. Sorry. Drive and color. So the fact that they call it color, they call Overdrive and Distortion color, and there's already actually a vinyl one here. But these guys here allow you to apply your distortion selectively on a certain band of your EQ, and how the distortion is getting pinched, as in how rounded it's going to be. Like, is it super square? Because that's what distortion is. It just squares off your top end. AFK for a while, fair enough. But so you can do that actually with something like that, very light distortion and some EQ, and get those the same type of filters. Yeah, I'm usually a stock plugin kind of guy. Anyway, so let's work on this. I did like the bit crusher though. And yeah, on the Mega Drive, you can actually, and that's something I started looking into, build like little adapter cards and things like that to turn your Mega Drive into a MIDI-enabled synth. So that's my plan, hopefully for this year, just to convert my Mega Drive and my Master System actually for be able to. You can do that with a lot of like you can do that with the NES. Obviously MIDI, it's easy enough to send MIDI into an Amiga, and I have a MIDI card. You can do that as well with an Atari ST easily. But stuff like the Mega Drive and the Master System really interest me because they had very unique sounds. And the NES, I suppose, but everybody's doing NES chiptune. The music world is saturated with NES triangle sounds. Anyway, so I think here I'm going to start with the bass. So I forgot, what is this? Yeah, the channel conflicts. Let me. And I think we're all on 10 here. Yeah. I don't. To me, I was really proud of this composition because to me it just screams Sonic. SNES font sound, a peculiar. Yeah, actually, that would be a cool one to do on the SNES. Let me just do the Genesis or the Mega Drive first. That'd be a cool one, actually. The SNES as well. Do something like that. SNES music is like, oh, that's Capcom. Yeah. That's a good point. Actually, it's very well, yeah. It was the SNES went for that Capcom arcade sound, you know, really. Love the flute there. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a flute, actually. Oh, here it is, yeah. So I switched the lead to the flute. Fair enough. It's not going to be a flute in the end. So let me actually just focus on the bass first. So this is our bass. Because I think once we have that, and we probably need two basses. Looks like the instrument I use on the oh yeah. Actually, yeah, that piano flute guy. Actually, no, I'll stay here because I won't be able to see the chat otherwise. I don't think it has a name. It's like a melodica, flute melodica, and it was the Suzuki Andes 25, or is it Suzuki? I think it was Suzuki. Yeah. I think we need that type of bass. So this is going to be going to 14, channel 1. Actually, this is what should be 14. And that shouldn't go there at all. It should. I'm gonna have to find a sound for this guy. better there. One thing we can do is send all of these, actually just put them in a folder, and these are all drum tracks. And we can send these to the TR-505, which should be on. You should be on, mister. And that's 13. And then group them in a folder. Bing tracks. No, I want a folder. Freeze track, insert audio. Am I not seeing what I should be seeing? Group tracks. Okay. It's group tracks. By the way, I didn't get DMCA after that showing that cover of a dead-mouse strobe yesterday, so I might be able to work on it live at some point. Group tracks. There you go. Yeah. What are you doing to me, TR-505? Why is your media all messed up? Who's what's happening to you? Oh, no, that's interesting. Where are you sending your stuff? Interesting. I'd spend some time renaming stuff so that I don't have to guess. Rename this is this the kick? Is this the kick though? It says kick, but I don't need any echo. Oh, that should be the... Oh, is that even on my... Oh no! Oh no! That was... I don't think that's part of the... Balls. Does the GX... The RX-17 have a whistle? It has a whistle thing, but... Play pattern song. Why won't you make a sound? Okay, nothing's happening. Now this has a whistle. I don't think this one has. Let me just do conga. Okay, we'll do without, and I'll solve that afterwards. It'll be in my head all day now. So those claps should be... So we have claps. So what are you... Yeah, there should be a tambourine as well, but that's not gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to switch to the RX-17, but I haven't set up the MIDI info for that yet. Why are you so loud? So essentially, I just need these to be super short. Okay, that's why. I think in this case, I'm gonna have to actually bring everything back to the one MIDI track because I have a velocity issue that I'm separating the tracks. And I think it doesn't know which one to read the velocity signal because I'm sending different velocity signals from the same channel. So let's copy this. That way we'll have just a copy of everything, and here. And once we have this tedious bit done, i.e. the drum section, it's always tricky with drums because drum machines can implement MIDI a different way. Actually, it's this one. And then I need to. I haven't really prepped this guy for just getting the right MIDI, the right MIDI CC message for the right note. So things like that happen. Okay, crash. No, here. You're here. You're going over there. Could I do this? Could I do this? I think I can. Let's highlight everything. Yeah. That work? Yeah. And just bring everything into the one channel that will be, at least for the purpose of what we are doing, much more manageable. I didn't copy any of it. I didn't copy it. Why didn't I copy any of it? No, that didn't work. Ah, and I need to do something at some point to actually just enable, because the interesting, the hi-hat and the cymbal together, or the open hi-hat, which yeah, it does make sense, but it's gonna give you hassle if you. But it doesn't read it here. We need to actually delete all these. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do, otherwise we won't hear that open hi-hat. The joys of MIDI. Oh. What happens here? No, okay. So that trigger needs to be gone as well. Oh, we're almost there, folks. It's going to be interesting again.
Boring.
Just if I don't do that now, I'll be tempted to call it good enough at some point, and you don't want to do that. Okay, that's the end of it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bring all that back. This guy can go. No. Gorum, how are you doing? And welcome. And right now we're doing tedious MIDI work on a drum track for what should have been a, a composition for a Sonic fan game. So what had we here? I'll keep those last because these are just little added little synths. So I think we're gonna focus on the melody. Volca keys. We're gonna use 15 here. What are you doing to me, MIDI file? second Volca synth because I'm using it in mono or unison mode. So because there's I think there's 2 oscillators in the no 3 oscillators in this, and if you can use it in poly mode to have chords, or in unison mode. So you can only have one note at a time, but all the oscillators are used for that one note. So what you can do from there is you can actually am I sending this to? You can oh, I'm not registering any video here. Exit. There you go. So what you can do is use a detune button that actually will spread out the tuning of the oscillators to get a wider sound. We're going to use the other no, that's it. I like it. I'm not touching anything. What's going on with the drum? It's gone. Oh. Snare, why are you all over the place? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't paste it right. It's entirely my fault. It's okay, we can fix it. Okay. What about the cricket thing? Well, that's not gonna make a sound. Let's just worry about the claps. We should be here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Why is there a snare too? Those cricket guys should be fine because they start at the beginning. Is it beginning? Yeah. All that work that I did on the stairs, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Those snares shouldn't start here. Those sorry. By the way, this tune I started on Acid Pro. Well, that's where I wrote it, and clearly, not clearly. I'm just messing it up. But yeah, there's always going to be sort of a issues to iron when you're transferring one a composition from one DAW to another, even though it's MIDI. Not every DAW implements MIDI ideally. They should, because MIDI is MIDI, but luckily I don't have as many to do, because some of them sort of overlap. Formatting difference, yeah. Even though you export it as MIDI, so you'd expect, you'd assume that it would be the same, but very often it creates issues because somehow every DAW likes to add their little flavor and twist to things sometimes, and it can create conflicts. Okay, I think we're good. So here, this sound isn't. So we're gonna send that to a bass and use the bass as a lead instead, because I like it's a great bass, but it just but as a lead it actually creates lovely can create a lovely little sound. So we're gonna send this to this guy, channel 1. Could we send it to the JX03? I did like the sound this guy had, and then save. Oh, you're channel 16, aren't you? Oh yeah. So we could lower the volume of pretty much most anything here. Just bear with me, because it's too loud. And that bass is sort of at max, and I don't want to force. So we got this guy. Do you know what? Aside from my voice, we'll lower everything. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. this cam is gone again. I thought all my my camera woes were behind me. There it is. Or this. Let's go with this for now. So I think I like this sound.
Good news, everyone.
Hey, Undead Woody, how are you doing, dude? Thank you very much for the raid and welcome raiders. Welcome raiders. So right now we're working. We're not doing any Undead Woody, by the way. I'll give you a shout out here. Undead Woody does amazing work on his channel, making well. Right now you're making a guitar, but I assume you've made more than one, or you will be making more than one. Let me just give you a shout out. So right now I'm not playing any acoustic instruments. I'm actually playing synthesizers, and I'm sending a composition that I made for what was supposed to be a sonic track into all these little synths. Let me just change the camera. All these little synthesizers. Sending it from my audio interface, from my DAW, sorry. So right now Ableton Live is not making a sound, it's just sending the MIDI information to these guys. I'm mixing it on the console here, on this mixer, and what you're hearing is the sound straight from the mixer into Streamlabs and into the stream. So there's almost no software involved. This is all the hardware. The only software is this all this MIDI information, but this guy here is not making a sound at all. It's just sending MIDI information. So I'm using it as a sequencer. But this is it's a composition I made for what was supposed to be a Sonic fan game that got stopped. I haven't heard from the guys for over 2 years now. So I'm assuming it's dead in the water. But they asked me to make a piece of music for one of the stages, and I wanted to make a piece of music that sort of sounded like the original Sega Master System tracks, but with a Mega Drive feel. So I'm using a lot of Volca FM stuff and some Square stuff. So that's the idea. And right now it doesn't sound great because I'm still trying to find the right instruments for it. Previously I was using just general MIDI, which is not great and sounds terrible, and I've made it worse, but that's the process. That's usually how this goes. You make it worse until you get it right, so to speak. Have I a nicer bass chord? This is almost nicer bass. The guitar is almost nicer bass than the bass itself, at least for this case. By the way, I have 3 Volca FM here. One of them has just the stock presets. The other 2 are loaded with presets I've made on the decks. So the stuff that probably resemble more analog synthesis. And stuff that is definitely like Volca, or like FM synthesis type of stuff, but most of them have, like 3 of them have different presets, and that's why I use those 3 of them, especially for Sega type covers. That's what works. Whoa, what are you? No, Ableton, please, stop, don't crash, save again, no, yeah. You know, this has a nicer lead than the lead. think for the bass, I'm not happy with that bass. Actually, we need to rename. It's like a counter melody. And this is the bass. I get confused every time. And we're gonna send that to which one are you? Are you 5? Are you 5? Channel are you on? Which channel? Oh boy. Alrighty. I think I preferred when this bass was high. What happens if I I'm using the bass already for no wait, what am I'm using 10. Oh no, so I have a free bass. I have 12. What happens if I use 12 for the lead? Gotta run, Grumph. Thanks very much for stopping by, dude. I hope this wasn't too painful on your ears. Thanks very much, dude. that is super quiet. Actually, we have an elephant. No, hey! Helios, how are you doing, dude? So, no, not that. We don't want that. You're a Sega man, Kalios, aren't you? Repeating myself at this stage, but what I'm making here is it's an old composition I made. I was approached by a team of folks who are making a Sonic fan game, another Sonic fan game. There's so many of them, and they asked me to compose. Like, oh, thank you very much. Sounds Sonic. So they asked me to compose a piece of music for the game for one of the zone. So I did, and it was just a plain MIDI, so it sounded just not great on its own. But so now the project is pretty much dead in the water. I haven't heard them from the past 2 years. So I thought I would actually just transcribe that tune and send it to all this hardware stuff and see what comes out at the end. So this What zone is this supposed to sound? I don't think it had a name. Right now it's called Nowhere Zone because the project is gone nowhere. So that's why I called it. It didn't have a name at the time, I think. So this is Nowhere Zone from Sonic game that never happened. But it's not finished. I'm still not happy with those sounds, to be honest. careful your ears. Okay. I think these guys will have to be played by something else because it gets too loud at the end. So this is about the sound it should be, but here it's gonna get too loud. Be right back. Exercise time. What time is it? Oh yeah, I need to go for a run soon as well. How about sending it to this Volca guy? This camera is gone again. Damn it! All right, never mind. I'm sending it to this Volca here. We have one more. We have one more. These guys. Forgot about them. Okay, what happens if we send it to that same guy as well? Let's send that to the Juno 6 instead. You're Mr. Number 9. Why are you solo? Zenny, you're welcome for the sidechain tutorial, dude. Talk to you. Have a good evening, man. Why is the volume so low on this guy? Oh, that's because... No. 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 No, you're not. Still not happy with that. Yes. Yes. Ooh. Oh. I forgot about that. But it works fine. Tempting to bring this louder every time, but I think that's where it needs to be. missed my Ellis as well. I'm not sure if I said hello. Sorry about that. Yeah, I wasn't focused on the chat. The chat is over here, so it's kind of hard to turn around every time. Folks, I think. trying to decide which octave to bring it in, because I have this instrument set. There's octaves playing, because there's 3 VCOs here, so actually I've set them to 2 different octaves, and one is slightly off-tuned. And I'm trying to decide which one sounds better. Is it the one? Especially with the harmony. Yeah, I think like that is probably best. And then that could actually be a bit more present. That little counter melody thing is so Mega Drive, isn't it? It's like you feel like it's in every single Mega Drive game or something. All right. I think we're done here, folks. How long has it been today? Well, 3.5 hours, but including, I suppose, the banjo radio. What time did it start? Did we start around? Was it around what, 4? Something like that. Well, 4 here, or half 3 here. Actually, it's 2 hours, over 2 hours of doing this. for CBGO and Sonic Mania 2 soundtrack. They look, there's a soundtrack done, or at least the composition is done. They can do whatever they want to have if they want a free piece. It would be cool. I felt it would have been a cool track to hear. Probably would have done it differently than hardware. I probably would have used VSTs for this one, but I think the fun in this is using all those and just making it worse and making it back nice again in some way. But yeah, that's Sonic Nowhere Zone, the tune that never made it to a game. There's something we could do actually is to it needs it needs an EQ. Every time that it sounds like one of those little whistle, you know, the like party whistle that goes. It's like you got this big, beautiful, grand synth. Every time I hear it on its own, it's like you got a big, just massive like orchestra here. Anyway, maybe the amuses only me. Yeah, something like that. But they work well together because one is super mellow and just very toned down, just working on the bass and mid bass registers, and here is on the high registers, and to kind of work well together. Could I actually separate them slightly? It's 9 and 8. Oh no, because I'm actually sending all this in mono. I think that's enough time. We've heard this tune for one day, and you're gonna be sick of it already. I've already released the MIDI. Well, released. I've already used the MIDI version of it that I rendered once for those little ads I do with Simon and for Sound Drop stuff. But the actually, there you go. But I haven't had a version of it. I hear Fiona in the background. Hold on, I'm just streaming for a second here. I'm just streaming for a minute, and yeah. So I'm there. You go. That's actually a good time. Yeah, that's me done, folks. This is a nowhere zone for whatever Sonic game that wasn't really released and probably died a slow and painless death. Folks, that's it for today. So thank you very much. Let me just change this. There you go. Thank you very much for today, folks. And hopefully, come on, focus. Hopefully, we'll stream again maybe tomorrow morning. I'll see. because I don't think I'll be available tomorrow afternoon. So maybe see you tomorrow morning. If not, I'll see you. I'll see you Friday. We'll stream Banjo Radio again. Just go back from unfattening movements. Thanks for streaming. A little to-do for the end. How about, can I launch it from here? A little Banjo Radio or a little square root. Is that a good way to end it? Is there anybody streaming afterwards we could raid? Probably not. We'll end it. To Bubash, something like that. Yeah. Good night. Goodbye.